Acts 15:16. After this, I will return and build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down. I will build again the ruins thereof, and I will set it up. Kol halal Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Rakaha Kwadash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than never. The would-be judges, the 144,000, all right, the tabernacle of David, all right, which is to be set up on earth by who the Lord fraudulently and ignorantly calls JC, all right, to be the new ruling government over all mankind, all right, here on earth. The kingdom of heaven will be on earth. And to the rest of the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen nations that have the appearance of the heathen nations. This is not a black only thing, right? And to the few Akwaf, meaning the sisters that are listening and learning, to you, I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the great millstone, coming at you with another lesson in truth and a beautiful truth of the gospel of the Lord, that the kingdom of heaven will be here on earth and it is near at hand. All right, so I'm going to play a portion of this video. As a matter of fact, before I even play it, I want to bring out a scripture. All right, you can read what's on the screen there. I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just going to let them talk, hold my peace, and let the scripture speak. And the first scripture is Psalms 73. The point is in verse 5, but I think I'm going to read all the way to 9 anyway. But the point is the first scripture. Psalm 73 and 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, since pride compasses them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouths against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. These people have complete control over the most powerful country in the world, with all their lobbyist groups and controlling points.
Acting U.S. attorney for the state of Nevada, the state in which an Israeli official was caught up in a pedophile sting operation that was carried out by the FBI and local police, is an Israeli-born individual lawyer who has ties to various Zionist organizations, including the Israeli American Council, which is funded by Miriam Adelson. I think that information is relevant because the guy in question here, the alleged pedophile who got caught attempting to lure what he believed was a 15-year-old girl in Las Vegas for sex, his name is Tom Alexandrovich, was allowed to go back to Israel. He didn't even miss his scheduled flight back to Israel. And now that he's in Israel, it's unlikely that he's ever going to be prosecuted for it. In fact, the Israelis appear to be providing cover for him, even though he got caught up in this joint sting operation. Now, the FBI being involved in the sting operation is very relevant because you would expect the federal government to pursue prosecution. But they're not pursuing prosecution. In fact, Sigal Chattah, that's the name of the Israeli-born, Trump-appointed acting U.S. attorney for Nevada, says the following in a statement. This is posted on X. Last week, Tom Alexandrovich was arrested in a Nevada Internet Crimes Against Children joint operation, and he was booked into the Henderson Detention Center. This important multi-agency operation targeted child sex predators who preyed upon the most vulnerable members of our communities. As a result of the operation, the Clark County District Attorney's Office is handling the prosecution. Why? So understand, this is essentially Sigal Chattah's way of saying, we wash our hands of this this pedophile, this Israeli official who is an alleged pedophile. And we're gonna just allow the state to deal with it, even though we allowed this guy to fly back to Israel, which means extraditing him back to the United States to face prosecution and to face charges is already incredibly difficult. There are literally thousands of cases in which the federal government in the United States has attempted to extradite Israelis for crimes they've committed here in the US. And Israel won't play ball because Israel owns us. Let's keep it real. So why would we think for a second that the state prosecution, Nevada prosecuting him, would make it any easier to bring him to justice? It wouldn't. And I think that's the point here. So mind you, the FBI, again, was part of the sting operation, yet federal prosecutors are washing their hands of it. Why? Why would the FBI be part of a sting operation when federal authorities don't plan on prosecuting individuals who have been caught in the sting operation? And keep in mind, the crime he is accused of here, Alexandrovich, he's accused of a felony, using technology to lure a minor for sex. A felony punishable in Nevada by between 1 and 10 years in prison, in addition to fines up to $10,000. In Nevada, this is a Category B felony, the second most serious type of crime after offenses that involve causing death or grievous injury.
Yeah. So, guys, we've got a petition on to extradite this Alexandrovich guy. I'm going to come back to that in a little bit, and the link is in the description box. But first, there's a hero in this story, and it is a Republican. And, you know, if we had told you about it 6 months ago, which I kind of did, no, I didn't. Certainly not specifically. You would have been surprised then. On this person, I would have been surprised. And Democrats should be ashamed for not talking about this at all. Okay, but let me first address Sigal Chattah. She was born outside the country, so what? I was born outside the country, right? And there's no harm in that. And Miri Mendelssohn is also an Israeli citizen. Okay, no problem. Some countries allow dual citizenship. It is what it is. Okay. But now, if I was the Attorney General somewhere, and then 8 people are caught, 7 of them are Americans, and I go, you guys, you Americans, go to prison, okay? You, Turkish guy, I'm gonna let you go. Would it be reasonable to question me?
Yes.
Well, obviously it would, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you'd say, well, that's an odd coincidence.
Bottom screen. Pedo Watch. Prosecutor who let Israeli pedo go has history of bigotry. Zechariah 11:5, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they say, and they that sell them say, blessed be Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
About a week ago, it was reported that the police operation, and this time they caught and subsequently arrested a total of 8 perverts who were interested in luring minors on the web. And it turned out that one of those individuals was an Israeli who works under Bibi Netanyahu's government. I'm not kidding. He is the division head at the National Cyber Directorate, which operates under Bibi's office. And he makes bail. It was $10,000 a bail. But rather than await further charges, he does what they all do. He booked a flight back to Israel. Peace. Can't get me. Because that's what they do. Like, that's like a policy. You do something to a child in America, just get up, pack up, and go to Israel. And we can, of course, assume he ain't coming back, okay? That's how this works. Israel and child sex predators, it's kind of a thing. It always has been. Yeah, Trump isn't going to demand that that individual comes back and faces any charges, because he couldn't even muster the strength to look America in the face and say, yeah, Epstein was working for Israel. You can't do that. Why would we expect he's going to do the other thing, right?
Do you agree with Candace? Comment below.
About a week.
Habakkuk 1:4. Therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. Kohala Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Rikaha Kodash Kwam Yasharala Abba Babal.